One does not simply cope. One does not simply accept some losses. If you have lost your father, if you have lost someone, I understand you. There is nothing I can do for you. I only have words to share. But I hope, wherever you are on this planet, whoever you are, you will find peace of mind. I am Quentin Arrigoni, recording from Japan under the nickname Muratori Kazuki, and this video is for you who's like me. I don't know how similar this situation could be when one loses its mother, but still, hear me out, my friend. Growing up with a missing parent is not simple. It generates multiple problems. Maybe it put your mother in a fragile situation. You've lost the economical situation you were used to, or your mother met another man you are not accepting. But mainly, it is painful. And it is an invisible pain to others. Most people are not able to see it. Most people are not able to see others' pain anyway because most people in our society simply does not care about others. That's how it is. It is up to us to choose what world we live in, yet so many decide to live in a shitty world. Don't be mad at them. Don't hold a grudge on them. They are unconscious, and what can we do about that? I sometimes wish I could show them what it feels like to be in that situation. But it is cruel and pointless because when you grow strong from the loss of a beloved one, you also know what true happiness is. You know the value of life while they don't. So don't feel anger to unconscious people. They are not masters of themselves. They can't see people's pain. Fine, you can. And you will eventually meet other people who can too, whether their own struggle is visible or invisible. Empathy will do its job. And there are even people who never suffered, never lost a parent, never got a disease or disability, and yet they join charity associations, they become nurse, teachers, firefighter, whatever you could only imagine. I like to call this person bodhisattvas. If you don't know what a bodhisattva is, I'm pretty sure you could find good documentation about it on the web. These people who care about others, they may not be part of your community. They may have different religion than yours or no religion at all. They could come from another country, but these people just cherish them because they genuinely want the best for you. And I know about that emptiness deep inside your heart. Through time, it may feel like you will need to fill up that void with who knows what. Drugs? Trust me, it won't feel no emptiness. Do heroin addicts look like they have a fulfilling life? Do alcoholics look like they are having their best time? Trust me, trust your intuition. They don't. I'm not speaking about stoners because
the stars of my life, bro.
Anyway, it is hard to be in elementary school and seeing other kids' fathers come to get them and listen to their fucked up anecdotes of the day. Unless in your country it's a mom thing only to get the kids. I don't know. I don't know the whole planet anyway, and I can see through your eyes what you see when you see your schoolmates running to their father to greet them, or kick them in the balls or whatever. And I can hear through your ears what you hear when they talk about their vacation they went on with their father. They did this and that, and it sounds really cool. And I can only imagine how cool it would be to spend a day repairing an old collection car with that father you don't have. But guess what? It's not over. You have your friends, maybe you have siblings, uncles, cousins, even teachers. You do feel alone, I know that feeling. But once I have realized humanity is one big family, things started to change, especially if you are a kid. Your friends' fathers, if they are aware of your situation, sometimes they will try at least to not bother you, which is already great. And sometimes they will go full on and do their best for you. You might not be able to see it right now, but one day you will realize how much it is that. Was it for the slightest? Was it for an hour? were the father you always needed. So, yes, most people are blind to suffering, and they live in the matrix, but there will always be people who will want to help you out, even for a minute in their entire life, regardless about who you are, regardless about your identity. Do not despair, my friend. And speaking about identity, I recognize someone born as a boy may need or may want to identify as a woman. Same with someone born as a girl identifying as a man, or even someone identifying as no gender at all. And I would even say the roles society attributed to boys and girls are just here to keep capitalism living its awful life. But here's the thing. A kid needs his parents. I don't care if it is two mothers or two fathers, because the personality of both his parents will sort of mix in various proportions and contribute to develop his personality. Having one of them dead means the kid will pretty much lose his bearings. It's as simple as that. If you are like me and have lost one of your parents when you were young, you could see yourself morphing your personality to people you identify as your father until you decide it's enough or whatever. Also, your parents could be totally alive but act like real douches, be criminals, psychopaths. Well, that's a delicate situation, but there is still hope. Criminality is a symptom of capitalism. And if you understand that, then you understand your father who might be jailed right now. Yeah, I know it's a complicated situation for some of you. I don't have all the answers, but trust me, no one is born a criminal. You only see this in poorly written movie. Just try to identify yourself to someone who has great values. No one is perfect, but there are so many people who are working hard to make this world a better place. Among them, there must be people whom you could identify to. Although losing a parent may heavily contribute to self-identity troubles or disorder, there is at least something it gives you. When you are confronted to reality at a young age, it makes you conscious of it. You start understanding what reality is. While you see your schoolmates acting like they live in Cartoon Network or WWE, that's okay. This is what TV is made for, and you don't need it. Leave it to unconscious people. I remember some kids were unable to conceptualize that people could suffer, while seeing homeless people made me compassionate. They will straight up say things like, "Oh, they stink," or "Why don't they work instead of mending for money?" My friend, can you imagine how these kids were raised? You, my friend, you know what suffering is, and your comprehension of others' suffering can only make you a better human. I mean, it's up to you. It's up to you to accept it or not. But honestly, accept it. Accept it. I'm saying it also for myself, but accept it. This is how it is, and we can't go back in past. You will live a hell a lot better life if you accept it, and it won't do you any good if you don't accept it. Of course, you can think about it because it will be pointless to hide it from yourself. But don't let it destroy you. Don't let someone's death be your own death. Dead people have no will, but if they had, they will surely tell you to live a happy and fulfilling life. Accept that once someone is gone, it is forever, and I assure you, you will grow stronger. You can only go on. Even our planet will never go back to where it was a few seconds ago. Needless to say, we will never go back to where it was last year. And you know what? Let me share with you something that helped me cope. Something that helped me a lot these last years that I have learned from my old mentor. In Japanese language, and of course, in Japanese culture, since we can't dissociate a language to its culture, there is koto. Koto is basically, in simple words, your soul footprint. And when we are close to someone, koto tends to mix. It's like when your character starts looking like your friend's character. I don't know if I'm super obvious, but to stay simple, the koto of your beloved ones stay beneath you, and it may even spread to other people you are close to. And it doesn't end here. There are koto that are similar. You could meet someone on the other side of the planet whose koto is similar to your father or mother or brother ones. In some culture, when they talk about reincarnation, this is what it's all about. This is how human is made. If you lose your ability to see, your ability to listen and to hear increases. It is the same with relations. So do not despair and do not trust me. Check by yourself and you will see I ain't saying shit to you. Of course, it is only a little tiny thing and it won't do the whole job. But here, I got something else. If you watched the video until here, then you saw me drawing. So basically, I am inviting you to do the same. Start scratching the paper, get that demon out of your head and stamp it on the paper. Grab a guitar and write a death metal album. Who knows what could get out of your brain and your heart? Go on now, you have a life to live. You have many things to accomplish. This is why I am not telling you to subscribe. I am not telling you to like or comment that video. I am not saying all of this for myself, but for you. So what I want you to do is think. Think with your brain and think with your heart. Have a real moment of reflection on all of this and give water to that seed. Water it until it gives fruits. Cheers, my friend. I am Quentin Arrigoni, recording from Japan. See you next time.